Hey everyone, welcome to another deep dive from the Morse Global Finance podcast team.
I'm Tiffany.
And I'm John, and we are here to take a look at Vaulted.
And help you figure out if it's the right choice for you to add some gold to your portfolio.
Yeah, you've been asking us a lot of questions about Vaulted, so we did a bunch of research, and today we're going to dig into the details.
Right, let's jump right in.
So Vaulted, this isn't like some fly-by-night operation.
No, not at all.
It's actually got some pretty deep roots in the gold world.
It's connected to the McAlvany Financial Group.
You know McAlvany?
Yeah, they've been around since like 1972.
Wow, so they've got like over 50 years of experience.
Yeah, a long time.
With precious metals.
Yeah, a long time in the gold market.
And what's really interesting is that the people who work at McAlvany, they actually use Vaulted themselves.
Yeah, they put their money where their mouth is.
Yeah, they're not just talking about it. They're actually using it for their own investment.
Right, which, makes you feel a little bit better.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit more confidence in the platform.
Yeah, for sure.
So it seems like Vaulted is kind of like their way of bringing their expertise into like the modern age,
Right, exactly.
like the digital age.
Taking that traditional gold investment and making it easier and more accessible.
Right, so you get the security of gold,
Right.
but with the convenience of an app.
Yep.
All right, so let's say someone's listening to this and they're like, okay, this sounds pretty interesting. How does this Vaulted thing actually work?
Okay, so you set up an account.
Yep.
It's pretty straightforward. You link your bank account, and then you're ready to buy gold.
Simple as that.
Pretty much, yeah.
Now, what about pricing?
Pricing is really transparent.
Yep.
It's tied directly to the live market price of gold.
So you know you're getting a fair deal.
Yeah, no hidden fees or anything like that.
And this is where it gets really cool with Vaulted.
What's that?
You can actually get physical delivery of your gold.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like we're talking like a real gold bar.
Like a real gold bar from
the Royal Canadian Mint.
That's pretty impressive.
Like shipped right to your door.
Okay, but there are a couple of things you need to know about that, right?
Yeah, there are a few details. There's a 60-day waiting period for ACH transfers to clear.
Okay.
And then if you want that kilo bar delivered, it's going to cost you $275.
$275.
But still holding that gold bar in your hands?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on.
That's got to feel good.
That's got to feel pretty good.
It makes it real.
It makes it real, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's not just like this abstract investment on a screen. You actually have something tangible.
Right, you can hold it in your hand.
All right, so let's say you've got your Vaulted account set up.
Okay.
You're not quite ready to buy a whole kilo bar.
Okay, yeah.
What if you want to just, invest gradually over time?
That's where VaultPlan comes in.
Okay, tell me about VaultPlan.
VaultPlan, it's like a savings tool.
For gold specifically.
Yeah, specifically for gold.
So instead of trying to time the market.
Right, which can be tricky.
You're just consistently investing a little bit at a time.
Exactly, and it uses dollar cost averaging, which really helps to mitigate those price fluctuations.
So you're not like freaking out every time the market dips.
Exactly, it takes the emotion out of it.
Right.
Which I think is a big plus for a lot of people.
Yeah, and with VaultPlan, you can choose how much you want to invest.
Yeah.
And how often, like weekly, monthly, whatever works for you.
Right, and it automatically transfers the money and buys the gold for you.
So it's like, set it and forget it.
Pretty much, yeah. It takes the hassle out of investing.
All right, now let's get to the big question.
Okay, the big question.
The surety.
Yeah.
We're talking about gold here. It's valuable.
Of course.
So where is it stored and how safe is it?
So Vaulted has partnered with the Royal Canadian Mint for storage.
Okay.
They're a government-backed institution with top-notch security.
So even if something happens to Vaulted, the company itself,
Your gold is safe.
your gold is safe.
It's at the Mint.
It's at the Mint.
It's held in your name.
It's not tied to the fate of the platform.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Anyway.
But what about the security of the Vaulted app itself?
Okay, so they use bank-level encryption to protect your information.
Okay.
They also undergo regular security audits by firms like PricewaterhouseCoopers.
So they're not messing around with security.
No, they're taking it very seriously.
And they also offer multi-factor authentication.
Yeah, which is always a good idea.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah.
We talked about the McAlvany connection, how Vaulted works, and all the security measures they have in place.
It seems pretty solid so far.
But now let's talk about what really makes Vaulted stand out from the crowd.
Okay, good point.
Why choose them over other gold investment options?
Let's get into that. One of the biggest things is how accessible Vaulted makes gold investing.
Accessible?
Yeah, like their minimum investment is just $10.
$10?
Yeah.
That's amazing, especially compared to like traditional gold dealers.
Right, exactly. You don't have to shell out a ton of money to get started.
It's like perfect for new investors.
Totally, yeah.
So you can just dip your toes in and see how it goes.
And then there are the fees.
Yeah, everybody wants to know about fees.
Right. So Vaulted charges a 1.8% transaction fee when you buy or sell gold.
Okay.
And then a 0.4% annual storage fee.
That seems pretty reasonable.
It is, yeah, especially when you consider the level of security you're getting.
With the Royal Canadian Mint.
Exactly.
So you're not sacrificing security just to save a few bucks.
Nope, you get both.
Okay, so we've got low minimum investment, low fees, high security.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the actual user experience?
Right, because a lot of people are intimidated by investing.
Yeah, especially with gold.
So Vaulted's app is designed to be really user-friendly.
Okay.
It's clean, intuitive, easy to navigate.
Like even if you've never invested in gold before.
Exactly. You don't need to be an expert to use it.
I actually played around with the app myself.
Oh, yeah.
And it's surprisingly simple.
It is.
Like it walks you through everything.
Yeah, they really try to make it as easy as possible.
So buying and selling gold, it almost feels effortless.
It kind of is. Yeah, that's the whole point.
Okay, so Vaulted's got a lot going for it.
It does.
Low minimum investment, transparent pricing, low fees, top-notch security user-friendly platform.
Sounds pretty good, right?
Does sound pretty good. But let's be real. Every investment has risks.
True.
What are some of the potential downsides of using Vaulted?
Okay, well, one thing to keep in mind is that Vaulted focuses exclusively on gold, which is great, but it shouldn't be your only investment.
So Vaulted is like a tool
Yeah.
for adding gold to your portfolio.
Exactly, but you need to diversify.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
And then there's the technology aspect.
Right.
Like Vaulted has all these security measures in place,
Yeah.
but there's always a risk with any online platform.
Sure.
Like what if there's a data breach or a technical glitch?
Yeah, it's a possibility.
The possibility, that's just the world we live in.
Right. And even though the Royal Canadian Mint is incredibly secure,
Yeah.
some investors might prefer to have their gold stored closer to home.
That geographic diversification.
Ex-
Okay, so we've talked about Vaulted's strengths and weaknesses.
We have.
But before we make any decisions, let's see how Vaulted stacks up against the competition.
Yeah, let's compare them to some other popular gold investing options.
Okay, so first up, we've got JM Bullion.
JM Bullion, they've been around for a while.
They're a well-established online retailer.
Yeah, and they offer a wider selection of products than Vaulted.
So if you're looking for more variety,
Like bullion bars, coins,
Yeah.
collectibles.
JM Bullion might be a good option.
Yeah, they've got it all.
But what about security?
Okay, so JM Bullion uses TDS vaults for storage.
TDS Vaults.
Yeah.
How does that compare to the Royal Canadian Mint?
Okay, so TDS Vaults is a reputable private vaulting service.
Private.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas the Royal Canadian Mint is a government-backed institution.
So that's a big difference.
It is, yeah. It's an extra layer of security.
And what about fees? How do they compare?
JM Bullion tends to have lower transaction fees for buying gold,
Okay.
but their storage fees can be higher.
So it depends on how much gold you're storing.
Exactly, and for how long.
Okay. Next up, we've got Goldmoney.
Goldmoney, they're all about flexibility and global reach.
So they've got storage facilities all over the world.
Yeah, if you're worried about geopolitical risks or you just want to spread your gold out,
Goldmoney could be a good choice.
yeah, you've got options with them.
And they have this really interesting feature,
What's that?
a Goldmoney prepaid MasterCard.
Oh, wow, a gold-backed debit card.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool.
So you can actually spend your gold.
Anywhere that accepts MasterCard.
That's amazing.
It is. It makes gold so much more accessible.
But I'm guessing that kind of convenience comes with a price tag?
Well, their fees can be a bit more complex than Vaulted's.
Okay.
They have a lower transaction fee for buying gold.
Okay.
But their storage fees are generally higher, especially if you're using multiple storage locations.
So more flexibility, more features, higher fees.
Pretty much.
All right, let's move on to APMEX.
APMEX, they're a big name in the precious metals world.
Huge inventory.
Huge. They've got everything from bullion to coins to collectibles.
So they cater to both investors and collectors.
Exactly. If you're serious about gold, APMEX is worth checking out.
And they offer volume discounts too.
Yeah, which is great if you're buying in bulk.
But their fees can be a bit higher for smaller transactions.
Compared to Vaulted.
Right.
So it really depends on your investment strategy.
Okay, last but not least, we have BullionVault.
BullionVault, they're the platform for active traders.
So if you're constantly watching the market,
Yeah, and you want to buy and sell gold quickly.
BullionVault could be a good fit.
Yeah, they have really low storage fees.
Okay.
And they focus on giving you access to the spot price of gold.
So you can really take advantage of those price fluctuations.
Exactly. But there's one thing to keep in mind.
What's that?
They don't have a mobile app.
Oh, wow. That's kind of a big deal these days.
It is for some people.
All right, so we've got JM Bullion, Goldmoney, APMEX, BullionVault.
A lot of
A
options.
lot of options.
But let's get back to Vaulted.
Yeah, let's dive into what actual users are saying about them.
Let's look at the reviews.
Okay, so right off the bat, there's something interesting.
Yeah, the ratings on Google Play and the Apple Store.
They're pretty different.
Yeah.
So on Google Play, Vaulted has a 3.6-star rating.
Which is decent, but not amazing.
But on the Apple Store,
They have a 4.8.
4.8 stars.
Yeah, a big difference.
Why do you think that is?
It's hard to say for sure.
Yeah.
It could be differences in the app's functionality.
Or just the different user bases?
Yeah, maybe Apple users are just more generous with their ratings.
Maybe.
But regardless of the platform, there are some common themes in the reviews.
Okay, like what?
A lot of users talk about how simple and user-friendly the app is.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Right, and they really appreciate the transparent pricing and low fees.
Makes it accessible for everyone.
Yeah, beginners and experienced investors alike.
And a lot of people mention the security.
Of course, that's a big one.
Yeah, they feel confident knowing their gold is stored at the Royal Canadian Mint.
Right, that government backing gives them peace of mind.
But there are some negative reviews too.
Yeah, there are a few.
Like some people have reported issues with unexpected gold sales
Okay.
or delays in customer support responses.
Yeah, it's important to acknowledge those experiences.
Even if they're not the majority.
Right. No platform is perfect.
So it's good to have a balanced perspective.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've explored the pros and cons, compared Vaulted to its competitors.
Yeah.
Looked at user reviews.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground.
The big question is Vaulted a legitimate firm?
Can people trust them with their money?
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Well, based on everything we've looked at, I think it's safe to say that, yeah, Vaulted is legit.
They're the real deal.
Yeah, their connection to McAlvany, the transparency with their fees, that partnership with the Royal Canadian Mint.
Yeah.
It all points to a company that's serious about making gold investing secure and easy to understand.
It seems like they've really thought about the whole process.
Yeah.
They've addressed a lot of the concerns that people might have about digital gold platforms.
Right.
But of course, like with any investment, you've got to do your own research.
Absolutely. Due diligence is key.
Yeah, don't just blindly trust any company.
Right.
You've got to understand how they work, what the risks are, what the potential rewards are.
And make sure it aligns with your own personal goals.
Yeah, this is your money,
Yeah.
your financial future.
Exactly. You're in control.
You're in the driver's seat.
What I find interesting about Vaulted is they're not trying to be everything to everyone.
Okay.
They've really focused on making gold investing simple, affordable, and convenient.
And that seems to be working for them.
It is, especially with younger investors
Yeah.
who are more comfortable with technology and they're looking for ways to diversify.
So to bring it back to our listener's question,
Yeah.
is Vaulted a good option for investing in gold?
I'd say it's definitely a strong contender.
Yeah.
They offer that unique combination of security, affordability, and ease of use.
But like we said, it's not the only option out there.
Right. That's why we looked at all those alternatives.
Yeah. JM Bullion, Goldmoney, APMEX, BullionVault.
There's a lot to choose from.
And they each have their own pros and cons.
Yeah, it really depends on what you're looking for as an investor.
So the takeaway here
Yeah.
is that there's no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to gold investing.
Exactly. You have to find the platform that best suits your individual needs and goals.
So do your research, compare the different options, and don't be afraid to ask questions.
Right. Knowledge is power.
Especially when it comes to your money.
Absolutely.
And as we all know, the world is a pretty unpredictable place these days.
It is.
And gold can be a valuable asset in uncertain times.
It can provide stability and a hedge against inflation.
But it's important to remember that no investment is without risk.
So diversify your portfolio, make informed decisions, and you'll be well on your way to a secure financial future.
That's some great advice. Thanks, Tiffany.
You're welcome, John.
And thanks to everyone for joining us for this deep dive on Vaulted.
Until next time.
Happy investing.